Well, we're joined now by Francesco Mancini, a senior advisor at the International Peace Institute and author of a recently published report on managing change at the United Nations. Mr. Mancini, good to speak to you this morning. How relevant is the United Nations today?
Thank you for having me. I think the United Nations remains a relevant body for world decision-making. The problem is that when it comes to key crises, like the one we just mentioned, Syria and Yemen, or the South China Sea, or the ISIS-Daesh, or the refugee crisis, the UN is generally deadlocked. But that's not because the UN is a particularly relevant body, but it's because its member states disagree on the solutions for these problems. Still, when it comes to 2015, I think the UN has achieved very interesting agreements on, for example, an agenda for sustainable development across the world for the next 15 years, or a framework on climate change.
What does the future of the UN look like in a world of asymmetric warfare with groups like Daesh running around killing people?
It's very difficult because peacekeeping was created in very different scenarios, and peacekeepers are not equipped to address asymmetric warfare. As the word says for itself, peacekeepers are there to keep peace, but very often there is no peace to keep. So this is very problematic. It requires an upgrade, an update of the competences and the skills of these troops and the mandates. At the same time, a key challenge for me is how you're going to give relevance to the new emerging powers in the 21st century.
And what relevance will those new emerging powers have? I mean, the General Assembly is a very democratic organisation, but that is also one of its problems because, as you said, it does lead to deadlock.
Precisely. It is the only world organization body that include all countries in the world, and every country has a vote. But for that reason, it's very ineffective. The Security Council, however, remain fairly effective on a lot of issues, but not on those that are particularly, that address particular interest of member states. I think that the body that was created after World War II was done in a way to accommodate the interest of the main powers of that time, particularly the US and USSR. Today we have new emerging powers, China of course, but also India, Turkey, South Africa, Nigeria. These are countries that will need to be more engaged, more space for them to make decisions.
Okay, well, Francesco Mancini there from the International Peace Institute, thank you very much for your time.